you want to buy a RAV4 hybrid, or you've already bought a RAV4 hybrid and you just want to know, what's the ETA look like? How long am I going to expect to have to wait until I get my vehicle, until I get my RAV4 hybrid, one of the hottest hybrid vehicles to hit the Toyota lineup for the past few years. I'm going to go over this just ahead in this video, guys. But before I do, I need you to smash this video with a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for constant cool videos and updates of your favorite Toyotas. Let's get right into it. So before we touch on the ETAs, let's just make sure that we've got the models covered in terms of which models you can actually get the RAV4 hybrid in, and then we'll touch on the availability and ETAs of each of them right now currently. So I'm in Maple Toyota here, located in Maple, Ontario, Canada. The ETAs may be different from province to province, or of course in the US from state to state. I do have some connections down in the US. I've got Stephen Welch in Nashville, Tennessee, and I also have Toyota Jeff out in North Carolina. And it looks like the RAV4 hybrids are a little bit of a shorter ETA in the US when compared to Canada. But guys, these situations change almost weekly. This supply chain issue, chip shortage issue, parts supply issue, it's very fluid. But I'm gonna go over these ETAs on the specific models. But first, we're gonna start off and talk about what models you can actually get the RAV4 hybrid in. So starting off with the entry level, if you want to call it, the RAV4 2022 LE all-wheel drive hybrid. That is the starting model for the lineup. And then after that, you've got the new model, which is the SE, the Sport, if you want to call it the Sport, but it's classified as the SE. That is the next package up. After that, you've got the ever so popular 2022 Toyota RAV4 hybrid XLE, which seems to be the bread and butter model that everybody tends to go to. You know, it looks good, it's got all the right amount of features, the price is in line for what you get, which is, you know, really what everyone's looking for, bang for your buck. It doesn't have too many features, doesn't have too little features. So the XLE RAV4 hybrid, at least in Canada, or at least in Maple here at Maple Toyota, seems to be the one that, you know, all the customers really want. After the XLE, you've got the XSE, and then you've got the XSE technology package. And then after that, you've got the top dog, which is the 2022 RAV4 hybrid limited. Now, I wish this video had a little bit of really good news here to, you know, kind of tell you guys, hey, the floodgates are opening and production's going nuts and you guys are gonna get your vehicle and your RAV4 hybrid sooner than you thought. But I'm not here to tell you all sunshine and rainbows. I'm here to provide information and value to you guys and let you guys know that pretty much any RAV4 hybrid that you buy, depending on when you've made the deposit and depending on where exactly you left the deposit, which dealer, which province, which state, but really we're talking Canada here, is anywhere from about 8 to 12 months. Yes, that's right, guys. So that does mean that if you've just left a deposit on a RAV4 hybrid, there is a good chance that you won't see the vehicle on your driveway anytime this year, because we are already in the beginning of March 2022. And as I mentioned, 8 to 12 months, that 8 can definitely stretch to 12 very easily. That 12 can even stretch to 13, 14 months, depending on the exact circumstance and situation. Let's talk about it. Okay, let's touch on the models and the specific ETAs for the models themselves. So for here at Maple Toyota in Ontario, the fulfillment rate is a little bit higher on two specific models, the LE all-wheel drive RAV4 hybrid and the new SE RAV4 hybrid. Why? I'm not too sure. I want to say for the SE that because it's a new model, I think a lot of the public isn't too aware of it, doesn't have too much information on it, so the actual sold order rate might not be as high, so the fulfillment rate in turn is not too bad. With regards to the LE, I'm also not sure why the fulfillment rate is a little bit better on the LE RAV4 hybrid. I do want to say that it is a little bit more of an entry-level RAV4 hybrid, so perhaps there are not so many parts that are an issue in terms of getting in a timely manner for that specific trim line. So what does that mean for ETA? Well, if you just put a deposit for a 2022 RAV4 Hybrid LE all-wheel drive or the SE all-wheel drive, I'd say about 12 months is more or less where we're going to be. Might be a touch sooner, might be something like 10 to 12 months, but definitely in and around that area is where you're going to be looking at for an ETA. If you guys are open to color, that also helps. Please make your product advisor, your sales rep, your dealership aware that you're open to more than one color if that's the case, because sometimes that does play a crucial role in getting your RAV4 Hybrid or any Toyota for that matter a little bit sooner. So between the XSE's both non-technology package and technology package, and then comparing those two to the Limited, I want to say that the XSE's probably have the longest lead time in terms of ETAs and in terms of getting this vehicle delivered to your house, to your driveway, to your dealership, whatever the case might be. Definitely right now, an XSE RAV4 Hybrid, at least at our store, is at least a 12-month wait, if not longer. And why is that? Well, look at the XSE RAV4 Hybrid, guys. If you haven't seen it, pull it up on Google. It looks totally different than the other RAV4 hybrids. It's got a lot of the two-tone colors. So it's got, you know, the black roof. It's got the black mirror caps. The interior is a little bit different. It's got the black alloy wheels. So it looks different, which means it is probably built different in terms of the assembly, the parts, the supply, the specific items needed to make that vehicle. Also, the demand is quite high. The sale rate is quite high, at least here at Maple Toyota, for the XSEs, both technology and non-technology package. So yes, that model is going to have a high wait time, a high ETA of at least 12 months or longer. Let's talk about the Limited. So here we have the Limited. We're talking about now the 2022 Limited RAV4 Hybrid. That's a top dog RAV4 Hybrid right now, highest ticketed item. It's got all the cool features, all the nice tech features in it. It's got the digital display rear view mirror. It's got the kick sensor for the rear power hatch. Really, really cool vehicle. Sales rate, not too high. We tend to see more customers lean over to the sportier side, which is the XSE technology package. Some of the customers that may not prefer a lot of the two-tone looks, so the black alloys and black roof and stuff like that, may then tend to go towards the Limited model. But with regards to ETAs on the Limited, it is very, very similar, if not pretty much the same than the XSE technology package and non-technology package, with at least a 12-month wait right now for the RAV4 Hybrid Limited model. Now everyone, what does this all mean? Well, bear in mind everything that I'm telling you right now could change. It can change for the better and it can change for the worse. How can it change for the better? Well, a lot can change. Look at the world around us, right? Things change daily, weekly, monthly. So don't be afraid to put in your order, put in your request for your new RAV4 Hybrid. Yes, it might take some time, but I can assure you that these vehicles, these RAV4 hybrids are fantastic in every way. Customers that take them and pick them up love them. We don't really hear many complaints or many regrets that they bought the wrong model or the wrong vehicle. And with the price of fuel right now, I believe hybrid, we're pretty convinced now that hybrid is the way to go. Well, everyone, that's it in a nutshell. So pretty much to sum it up, the LE and the SE have a slightly better fulfillment rate when it comes to allocation and ETAs for the RAV4 Hybrid specifically. Anything above that, the XSE non-technology package, technology package, and the Limited do have a longer wait time, but do let your dealership or your sales rep know if you are open to color selection, because that definitely helps, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash it with a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for constant cool videos and updates of your favorite Toyotas. Take care.